Welcome to the Super Bowl Monday show. We're glad you're here. This is the 5th of March. Can you believe it? It's time to step out of fear and step into your boldness. I'm Raven Blair Glover. Welcome to the show. Well, hello and welcome to the Super Bowl Monday show. I'm Raven Blair Glover, and oh my goodness, do we have a guest for you today that I'm just totally excited about. So get ready, because today, my friend, we're going to be talking about, well, let me just put it like this. How would you like to beat the odds? You know how sometimes things aren't going quite your way and you want to stop the madness, you want to get on track? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today, beating the odds, how to be courageous, brave, and fearless and go out there and make it happen. But first, I want to say hello to you. Welcome to the Super Bowl Monday show. I'm Raven Blair Glover, known by many as Raven, the talk show maven, and I'm about to introduce you to our guest. So if you're looking or watching us live, whether it's on Facebook or wherever you're seeing us right now, whether it's live or the replay, hey, how you doing? We're so glad you're here. Please take a moment and share us with a friend. Now, we've got several pages on Facebook, plus our guest is sharing it on her page. So if you want to come over and engage with us, ask questions and comment and just say hello and let us know where you are, then come on over to the link that's in there. It should be facebook.com/talk show maven. That's facebook.com/talk show maven. And hey, we'll be glad to interact with you during the show and after the show. So please come on by. We'd love to have you. Let me tell you a little bit about our guest. I'm super excited to share you with her. So let me go ahead and get started. A great man by the name of Mandela once said that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he or she who does not feel afraid, but he or she who conquers that fear. And that's what Mandela says. And I totally believe that. And, one of the things for sure is our guest today, she is all about being brave. She's all about being courageous. She's all about being fearless. In fact, she's known as the fearless woman. Yeah. And I know you're probably saying, I know who this is. Yes. Look at that beautiful face. You've seen her with hair, without hair. She's not scared. She's courageous. She's fearless. She's unstoppable woman of power. And she is the CEO of Fearless Women Rock, a platform created for women to share their courageous stories. She's been on the cover of or featured on NBC, ABC, Huffington Post, and Marie Claire. She is a John Maxwell certified coach and recipient of, yes, the President Barack Obama Lifetime Achievement Award. I think she got hers in 2016 or 17. So she's my sister there. We both got that in common. However, before all that, before she ever became fearless on the outside, she looked fierce personally in business, but guess what? She wasn't. Not at all. Now, how many of us can relate to that? How many of us wear we wear the clothing well, we wear the hairstyle, the makeup, or whatever it is, the hat well, but inside we've gone through some serious pain and we've had to learn how to fight through that to get to our power and our purpose. If you're wondering who is this amazing, fearless, courageous, brave woman, her name is Dr. Missy Johnson, and she struggled with loving herself. She struggled with self-limiting beliefs. She never knew that there was a plan and a future. Guess what? That she could create a life on her own terms. So Dr. Missy sought validation from others, but others never knew. Good was never good enough. Being academically smart and a church girl, she says, was her oxygen rather. So without further ado, if you sit and stand up, and if you're standing, sit down, because the lady of the hour is here. I'm talking about none other than Dr. Missy Johnson, the fearless woman herself, is here. Yes, yes, yes. There's that pole. There's that pole. There's that pole. Hey, Clara, how you doing? Welcome to the show, Clara. We appreciate you watching us live. Thank you so much. Help a sister out. Share us out. We got to get people to see this fearless woman. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, she says, oh, that's fearless. Yeah, being fearless. Woohoo. Clara Goldie says, woohoo. Yes. And she agreed that's her motto as well. Being fearless, being brave, being unstoppable. Absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you, Claire, for always supporting us. So, I was sharing a little bit about who you are, what you've done. Congratulations, sister. You got the Barack Obama Lifetime Achievement Award yet too. Hey. What a great accomplishment, right?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was something I wasn't expecting, but God, that's all I can say, but God.
Oh yeah. Tell me about it. I was the same way. But you had to be voted in and so nominated in. And so, it wasn't that we gave it to ourselves. It wasn't that you gave it to yourself. You were nominated for that, baby. So yes. Absolutely. And so, okay. So let's talk about the Dr. Missy Johnson before the Fearless Woman. And then at the end, we're going to let you talk about your upcoming events. I know you're all over the place and everything like that, but I heard you say, I think in an interview, a prior interview I listened to, that in school, your grades were good. You never had to study. Everything you wanted, you achieved. But it never was enough. I've been there. I can relate. I drank out the coffee cup, wore the t-shirt. I ain't going to say my grades was good, though. They were okay. But you said you had faith, but did not believe God loved you because you struggled with loving yourself. Take us back to that. First of all, this was, I'm assuming, in younger years, or are you talking about college? Okay, younger years.
Younger years.
Take us back to Missy then, who Missy was then, and how you had to get past all that crap.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, thank you so much for having me on your platform. I do not consider any platform that I come on, I don't take it for granted. I just want you to know that, whether it's one platform or whether it's 10, whether it's 100, or whether it's 1,000, because I believe that you should show up how you show up in your authentic truth. That is my belief. That is what I believe.
Thank you so much. I honor that, and I believe that too, because I always tell people, don't focus on the numbers, focus on working the numbers you got, baby. Work that jelly, right?
Absolutely.
Because the right people are going to hear the message at the same time. So tell us about Dr. Missy then. I mean, tell us some of the other things you had to go through, but most important, how the hell did you get past it?
Right. Well, it's a whole lot. And it's going to be coming out in a book. But what I will tell you is that I never struggled in school. Matter of fact, I can really be a lifelong student because I really just love to learn. I'm an absorber of education and academics. I love different cultures and things like that. So education was never a struggle for me. But I'm a church girl. I'm from Detroit. So everybody would think, you from Motown, you got the Motown sound, but all I knew was church. And because I knew church, it wasn't nothing wrong with that, but I didn't know anything else. So I was always constantly trying to validate myself through my grades, because for some reason, I just didn't feel good enough for some reason. I have two sisters. I took care of my sisters, and there's a lot of things that happened in my childhood where I had to take the leadership role. I had to take the be responsible. So there's a lot of things that happen. And even though on the outside, even as a child, I triumphed on the outside, but on the inside, I didn't triumph because I was fighting so many demons inside of me.
Wow. And those demons, they can get the best of us, can't they? And you're like, wow, I believe, I know I'm doing the right things, but it just seems like so much is happening and I can't understand why. Is that where you felt?
Oh, absolutely. One of my favorite movies is The Color Purple. And I remember, there's a part in that movie talking about all my life I had to fight. I had to fight. That was my theme. That's my theme. Even now, to the age and the platform that I am in my life, all my life I had to fight because I had so many things that I wrestled with in my childhood. I had so many things that I wrestled with, going to high school. I had so many things that I wrestled with because I was always in a constant battle of looking for validation, seeing if I was enough, seeing am I doing enough, always just trying to find love.
Wow. You remind me so much of myself in so many different ways. And I'm sure many of you that are tuning in, and want to give a special shout out to Claire again, and also Lawana, and anyone else that's watching us from any of our pages. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know many of you are watching replay. If you're watching the replay, put replay in the box. If you're watching live like Clara and Lawana, please go ahead and be sure to put where you're from, what city you're from. Love to at least know that. And if you guys got any questions or comments, engage with us, engage with each other, because with the new Facebook, it's all about engagement. So if you want to help me spread the message that Dr. Missy and I are sharing today, and if you came late, just to remind you, the title or the topic that we're talking about today is simply this. We are basically saying, you can beat the odds. And we're going to talk about how to do that by being courageous, by being brave, and being fearless. And Dr. Missy, if you don't know her, follow her, Missy Johnson, facebook.com/Missy, Missy Johnson. She's got upcoming events she'll tell you about. But she just shared her story, how she, like many of you, done it. You got the good grades. Hey, Nora, good to see you. Pasadena, California, good to see you. She got the good grades. She did the right things, but she still, that self-love was not there. Things happened so tremendously that she began to wonder if God loved her. How many of us have ever been that? Come on. The Super Bowl Monday show is all about keeping it real. We take off the mask and all that here. We are keeping it real because we know that in order to achieve our dreams, no matter what, we've got to be fearless. We got to be bold. And I like to say, not just bold, but super bold, because life is precious. I just heard about another friend that passed away today. And this is not a scare tactic, guys, but listen up. Life is precious. We're only promised this moment we're in. That's it. Yeah. So why wait to be great? Why wait to be great? Hey, Eli, good to see you. You got to make your mark right now. I used to say, and I love to get your thoughts on this, Dr. Missy, and this is a book I'm writing, why waste the space that the good Lord has given you? Or if you're not spiritual, why waste the space of your time on earth? We're given this time, not for us. We're given this time to get the lessons, the life lessons, go through the crap that we've gone through and pass on our lessons, our strategies, and all that to others. We're not here for us. We're here to make a mark and do something. What you got to say about that, Dr. Missy?
I agree 100%. People will probably think that, you asked what was before Dr. Missy. People might have thought that maybe she's stuck up. Maybe she thinks she's too cute. Because people come up with all these things in their head. But what they really didn't know, that I was actually having my own battle on the inside. And one of the things coming from, from elementary school to high school to college, when I started getting a whisk of, maybe I can be great, maybe I can make life on my own terms. So what I started doing is I started going to all these conferences because I masked myself so well that nobody would have known. They probably would have thought, like some people that know me, you always been confident. You always been bold. I have not. I just masked it so well. I'm going to give you an example that some people know, some people don't know, but it was back in 2008 when President Barack Obama ran for the first 4 years of his presidency. And what happened is that somehow, I'm always running my mouth. I end up getting some tickets to go to Grant Park, which I didn't know was in Chicago, if he becomes president. But when I went over there, me and my husband, we went over there, we were the guest of President Obama. But at that time, he wasn't president. But if he was to make president, we would have been the guest. And it was an absolutely phenomenal experience. But what happened when I went over there is that I seen all these young people doing great things politically. So what that did for me, I said, you know what? And the thing is, it was a lot of people that were not Black doing these things. And I said, you know what? I'm about to make a difference. I came back home and I love it. And I ran for a political position in my state. And back at that time, I was working in Germany, going back and forth to Germany. I was working in Germany. But I had a super team. I had canvassers. We went door to door. Hi, my name is Dr. Missy Johnson. I'm running for this position. And everybody, and I was where I live at, I was the only Black lady, Black woman running for that position. On the day that I was supposed to get elected, I freaked out. I looked at the lines and I lost by 250 votes. And the reason why I lost,
but that's okay. You were in the game, yeah.
But the reason why I lost is because 24 hours, when you're running in a race, the last 24 hours is the most important hours in running a political race. The last 24 hours, I did not knock on any doors. My team was calling me, where are you at, Ms. Johnson? Where are you at? I got scared because I was afraid of being great. So when you talked about being great, I know that when I do something, I know how to achieve and I know how to do that thing. But I was afraid of being great. So when it was all over, I didn't make that position. I hid myself because I felt that I was going to fail the constituents. I was going to fail the people. And after I came out of that slump, I said, I would never, ever in my life do that to myself again. It's okay to be great.
It's more than okay to be great, but I get your point and you're 100% applaud you with, and I want to talk about this, Dr. Missy, because many of us, including me, those watching, those listening on the radio, we all sit on the sidelines of life and the business game, and we never get in it. We never get past that sideline. You got past. You weren't just sitting on the bench. You just missed a step. And so that was so important for us all to know, because we often wonder why we don't reach our ultimate goals and dreams. So I got to ask you, how many of you have actually been like Dr. Missy, where you really, 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 you really did miss some important steps? Huh? We wanted it. We did the work and we thought we did it. And I know as a mentor and coach, you, Dr. Missy, and I know people tuning in, LaWanda, Claire, Eli, all of you guys, you are coaches. How many times have you invested in a product or a coaching, high end or low end, and you wondered why you didn't make it, but you went back and said, damn,
Yes.
I did this step 1, I did step 4, and I did step 7. Because what happens is we begin to choose the steps we're comfortable with. Am I right, Dr. Missy? We choose the steps
absolutely.
we are comfortable with. We skip the ones we're not. And guess what? That's why we're not succeeding in what we really want. We can't miss those steps.
What I did is that I self-sabotage myself is what I did.
Yes.
Majorly.
That's it. Majorly. Absolutely. Yeah. Hold your thought because we're going to come back. This is Dr. Missy Johnson, and she is known as the Fearless Woman. Let's do the Fearless Woman pose. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I love it. So all of you do the Fearless Woman pose and put in there fearless. Put in there fearless. Okay. And I want you to tell me if you're posing or not, because I can't see you, but you better. Here we go. We're going to do it one more time. This is the Fearless Woman pose. Fearless. Yes. And you can be brave. You can be courageous. You can be fearless against the odds and end up with a signed award from Barack Obama. And I know because I got one as a Black woman, that is huge. We both are excited about that. Not only that, a presidential pin. And I know you went through the same experience when we need to walk across that stage and say on behalf of, what was he, the 43rd president or whatever, Barack Obama, you are getting the Lifetime Achievement Award. Yeah. But I got to ask you this. And I want to ask each and every one of you watching, whether it's the replay or yes, Eli put fearless on there. I see Eli's got her fearless muscle. Who else got fearless? Yes, Nora's got her fearless. And if you just joined and we did the fearless pose, go back and watch the replay. And we have people putting up, we told them to do the fearless pose. So whenever you guys feel in doubt, do that fearless pose. Think of Dr. Missy Johnson, follow her and stuff. But I got to ask you, Dr. Missy, because we were talking about self-worth, and I want you guys to listen to what I'm saying here. And thank you for sharing. And those of you watching the replay, thank you so much for joining us. But I got to ask you, and you guys watching too, how many times have you received something like an award of any kind? Dr. Missy, you and I got the Barack Obama, was it Lifetime Achievement Award? But I don't know about you. I didn't feel worthy. I felt sad and even cried during my most happiest time. Mm-hmm. And I just told somebody today, and I want your thoughts on how you felt, that I experienced my happiness and joy when we got, because we had to go to Atlanta to get ours, when we got to Atlanta and walked across the stage and got pinned. But before then, I was shy about telling them. I think I pasted on one time on Facebook. I didn't feel worthy of it. Some people that I told that were my mentors that I paid $30,000+ they were like, no big deal. People acted like they didn't believe it. And that made my self-worth even worse. And I missed the moment. Yeah. I missed the experience. How many of you have had something monumental like that happen? And monumental could be small or big. I'm just saying something that you never thought was going to happen to you. And because people didn't act like it was a big deal, it made you feel like you weren't worthy of it. And you missed your moment, an experience that will never come back again. I'm going to give it to you. Talk about that, Dr. Missy.
Well, it's really ironic that you asked, because I have in my office, I have all these degrees. Mm-hmm. And I also have student loans to back it up. And when I received, my doctorate degree, I was ashamed to say it. Because people don't know, a lot of people don't know, maybe they do know. Before I started coaching women, I coached high school students. I did that because I was never going down the speaking, coaching, and the off the road. I was not. I was coming to California with you, Raymond, to be an actress, to work with Denzel Washington, and to be an anchor person. That was my
goal. Humongous. Yes. Did y'all guys hear that? Oh my God.
Yes. It was my girlfriend and I. So what happened, she graduated a semester before I did. And she said, well, when you're done, I'm gonna already have a place for you. So all you have to do is just come out here. Well, she went to
Mm,
California and I didn't. She ended up becoming
mm,
a top sports anchor person out there in California. She's back here in Detroit now, but I did not do that. So that was
mm,
one thing that really, really had me my limiting belief and me self-sabotaging myself. So when I finally went
mm,
back to school to go receive my doctor's degree, I didn't want to do it because I wasn't going down the speaker and the coach and the author. I was going to be an actress. So I didn't want anybody to even know that I was, a doctor. And one day my
mm.
girlfriend, she said, hey, she was over at my house and she said, hey girl, you have all these degrees up here. Why aren't you saying doctor? And I said, I don't want to hurt
Wow.
nobody's feelings. She said, you know
Mm.
what? She said, I'm going to whoop you. And she said, from this day, you're going to start saying doctor. And she said, I'm going to call you every day until you start saying Dr. Missy. So when I
Mhm.
started saying Dr. Missy, and because I was mentoring the high school students, it would make them feel like they can achieve as well. So I was more concerned about them achieving than me saying that I was doctor. So that is the piece that you were
Mm.
talking about.
Mhm. Absolutely. And so I just want to thank you so much for sharing that because, all of us have felt that way. And that's the point. And whether, regardless of what award or, in fact, I had a client that's in my mastermind and we were talking about don't miss even the small moments, embrace it no matter
Yeah.
how small or how big, embrace every step of your journey, the good, the bad, and the darn right ugly. But every time you have the smallest minute win, take time and applaud yourself. So
Yeah.
let's all right now just give ourselves a hand. Just give
Yeah.
yourselves a hand and feel
Absolutely.
good about it.
Yes.
Feel good about it. Give yourself a hand because you're in the game of life. You're in the game of business. And as long as you take small steps
That's right.
of courageousness, small steps of braveness, small steps of fearlessness and boldness to get to your journey, you're doing the right thing. You're
Yes.
doing the work. It's
Yes.
not enough to read. It's not enough to invest and not do the work. And whatever you said, don't, like Dr. Missy said, don't miss those steps.
Don't
Don't
miss
miss those
it.
steps.
No.
Right? Go back to how we did in school, right? 1 through 5, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and check them steps off as you do them, and that's so you can get to your success. Now, I want to, first of all, remind you guys that you are tuned in to the Super Bowl Monday show. We appreciate you being here. We're going to take just a quick minute for Dr. Missy and myself to sip on some water. And what I want you to do is just type in your notes, the biggest challenge you're having now that you feel you need to get past. And when we come back, Dr. Missy is going to share a little bit about her story with you. And she's also going to share with you, how you can beat the odds by being bold, courageous, fearless, and just go out there and get the damn thing done.
That's right.
Is what I said. Just get the thing done. So quick commercial break and we'll be back right after this. Okay. I'm so excited. Here we go.
Greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, encouraging you to listen to Raven, the talk show maven. She will bring out your greatness. She will motivate you and inspire you to live your dreams rather than your fears. If you would like to learn how to do talk shows or interviews, make sure you call on Raven, the talk show maven. Why? Because she knows it. She can teach you the ropes. She can bring out your personality. She will teach you the things that you need to know that will accelerate your success. Make sure you call on her, Raven, the talk show maven. If you want to learn how to do a talk show or interview people and all the things you need to do to become successful. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, everyone, that's his story, and he is sticking to it. Hey, welcome to the Super Bowl Monday show. I'm Raven Blair Glover, known by many as Raven, the talk show maven, queen of interview marketing and conversion. And the way I step into being courageous and fearless and brave is using the power of my voice. I tell myself that, my message the world needs to hear. And I went from being an introvert to really being more of an extrovert behind the mic. But in person, if you see me, I'm the girl that's sitting at the table by herself because I'm truly an introvert. And it's hard for me, because of all the not physical, but mental, emotional abuse. I still have those scars. But like Dr. Missy, I had to learn to get past that. We can't hold on to our baggage. We can't hold on to the past. My ex-husband, one of the biggest lessons I learned from him, I still think he's a jerk, but one of the biggest lessons I learned from him was that it may not be your fault, but it's your problem. So how many of you are holding on to past hurt, past pain, even some things that are going on now, and you're keeping it from you moving forward? You're holding on to all that baggage. And I'm going to tell you, like he told me, and it was a wake up call to me. It hurt when he said it, but finally I got it. And I'm so glad I did. It may not be your fault, but it's your problem. And the reason it's your problem is because, my friend, really, because you are holding on to it and it's keeping you from moving forward. It's keeping you really from achieving the things that not only you want, that you desire, but that you deserve to have. It may be keeping you from all that stuff out there that the law of attraction is waiting to give you, the universe, because you're holding on to old stuff. Let it go, let it go, let it go. What you got to say about that, Dr. Missy? Does that help us step into our power, into being courageous and brave and fearless?
Well, absolutely. And, one thing that I want to touch on what you said is that one thing that I had to do was forgive. I had to forgive. And we can talk about this for your audience. For your audience, I have survived 3 traumatic health challenges. Very traumatic, to the point that one of the challenges is I was in a coma for 47 days. And I was out of that, I was in the hospital for 60, but out of 60 days, I was in a coma for 47 days. And, I'm just getting, I'm in remission for cancer. But one thing I have to say about the coma piece is that it shouldn't have happened. And I'm going to leave it like that. But one piece that I want to say to your audience is that in order for me to heal, I had to forgive people. And forgiveness is a big part of letting go. Because if I didn't forgive, I was going to carry some things internally in my mind, internally in my heart, that was going to slow up the process of me healing. So I had to forgive people from the past and the present, so I can have a good future. So yes, you have to forgive. That's one thing that I suggest that everybody do. And even if you don't even know that you need to forgive that person, I just said, Lord, I said, if it's somebody that I need to forgive that I am not cognizant of, would you please forgive me to forgive them within myself? Because I knew that my future is going to be greater but I couldn't carry forgiveness internally or externally.
Yeah. Yeah, because it makes you sick too, guys.
Yeah.
You know, when you hold on to that pain and all that old hurt, you know, and, you know, especially if someone else hurts you, you know, it's ridiculous to hold on to that because they're going on with their life. This is stopping you from having a fulfilled life.
Yes.
And it's very possible it will make you sick.
It will make you sick.
Sometimes a lot of diseases creep in. Yeah. And I know, you know, you can probably share more on that, but you guys got to know this. You got to let it go. Let it go, not for them, but for you.
Yes.
Go ahead, Dr. Missy. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I did want people to say this is a health thing too.
Yes, it's very much a health thing. After I was in the hospital for 60 days, I came home and I had like 3 to 6 more weeks of rehabilitation. So during that time is that I said, okay, God, I've been through a lot of things in my life, and I need to know. For me to go further in my life, I asked God 3 things. I said, what is it you want me to say? Because remember, you talked about, Miss Raven, that it ain't for me, it's for others. So what did you want me to say to the people? What do you want me to do? And where do you want me to go? Because it's not about selling. For me, it's about serving. And I have a servant spirit. Ooh, so I had to make sure that I serve and not sell.
Yes, absolutely. Serving and not selling. And that's what a lot of us, especially starting off with business, I get it. You know, we need the money. I get it. But when you reach out to people, you want to reach out to them, you know, as a servant leader.
Yes.
You want to serve them. And this is what I learned that's important to me. And feel free to elaborate on this if you like, Dr. Missy. And that is, I began to look for wins. Win for them, win for me, and win for my readers, my viewers, my audience. It must be a win across the board for me.
Yeah.
Because before it's a sell. And when I get up in the morning, my prayer to God is, God, you know, connect me with the right people who are excited and hungry to receive the key word, what I have to offer. And that it's a win for them and a win for me and a win for my audience. If it's not that all the way across the board, I will pass up the money. I don't care if I got beans in the house. It'll be beans that night, because I have learned, Clara says, hello, Missy, that's Dr. Missy. And I'll read some more of your comments in a minute. But I have learned the hard way, guys, that all money is not good money, you know. So you got to be, so I'm so glad you said that. So go in a certain way. But we're going to get off of this in a minute because, again, the name of the topic today is, against the odds. We want to talk to you guys about being able to achieve the things that you want to achieve, even when it looks like. So the topic rather is beating the odds, how to be courageous, brave, and fearless. So I want to take you guys back to that, because we have a few minutes and it was, and I know that, and I hope it's okay for me to bring it up, but I know that you've gone through cancer and you have had to be brave. You've had to be fearless. You've had to be courageous. I mean, look at you, beautiful, you're not wearing any hair, and you really showed people the rawness of you. And your experience. You shared the good, you shared the bad, and you shared the hope. You shared the miracles along your journey, which we were talking about earlier, right? Share the miracles, small or big. And I'm proud to say, and I know you celebrated with your handsome husband and your family last week, that now you have a clear bill of health, right? You've gone through. Am I correct on that? Yeah.
Yes,
good.
I am in remission. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations on that. I was thrilled for you about that. So talk to us about, being courageous, being fearless, because many people are going through that will be listening to the replay. Many people now have family on that, that's going through that. Many of us that's one of our fears, because we see so many loved ones going through that, and some surviving and some not. So what are some things that you did that you could pass on to our audience, whether they're going through a health challenge or a life or a business challenge, how you step into being courageous, being brave, and being fearless?
Oh, I would love to do that. And your readers, your listeners, they can get in contact with me later. But I got a 12-play rule. And it's called the 12 Irrefutable Laws of Being Fearless. And these are some things that I came up with while I was going through. Now I'm not gonna give you all 12, because they can hit me up and I can give them the rest of them.
Just give us about 3 of them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the first thing that I'm going to say
if you don't mind,
is that they all start with R, the letter R. The first R, and they're not in chronological order, that you have to remove the distractions. Because when you are dealing with cancer, or if you're dealing with a cancer situation, and when I say cancer situation, I mean a situation that's set up, that's designed to wipe you up out of here, to wipe out your dreams, your goals, and your visions. So if you don't have a cancer stage 1, 2, or 3, you're going to have a cancer situation, something that's set up, designed to take you off your focus, to take you off your dreams, your goals, and your vision. So you have to look at, what do you need to remove in your life, and remove it. That's one of the first R's.
Love that one.
The second R is that you have to reposition yourself, because when you're repositioning yourself, that means that you're going to have to start looking at your situation and say, what do I need to do differently? Because now things that have changed. Now you have a situation that's come up that you really ain't had to deal with. So now you need to learn how to reposition yourself, reposition the people in your life, reposition the things that you're doing. Sometimes you need to change your area code and your zip code. Sometimes you just need to shut some folks down. But you need to reposition yourself in your life so you can refocus on your dreams, your goals, and your visions. How about that, Miss Raven?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. So what was that letter again? I'm writing these down again. So we got R for
remove.
Reposition.
The first one. Reposition.
And then reposition. Okay.
And the next one that I want to say.
And that is so true. You got to reposition stuff.
You got to reposition it. And while you are repositioned, also know that while you're going through it, that you are a remarkable individual. You are beautiful just the way you are. And that's one thing that I had to learn, that even though I was feeling ugly, even though I lost my hair that I used to wear, I still got my hair now, I just ain't have it on. But even if your hair is like 32 inches, 27 inches, if you got a short bob, whatever the situation is, you have to know that you are remarkable, that your beautifulness is just not exterior. Because guess what? I lost my eyebrows. I lost my hair. It's a lot of other losses that I had that's going to be discussed in the book. But I just didn't have cancer. I had a lot of personal losses in my life during that time that I didn't even share on Facebook. But I had to keep in my mind that no matter what I lost, that I am still remarkable just the way that I am, and that I don't need any validation from anybody. I don't need no permission from nobody, that I am still a remarkable person.
I love it. I love it. If any of you watching the live, watching the replay on my page or Dr. Missy's page, wherever you are, if you resonate with what she just said, please type yes, exclamation point in the box. Yes, fearless, fearless, fearless. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. I love it. Her 3 R's, and this is out of a 7 or 9 step formula or blueprint she has on this.
It's the 12 irrefutable laws of being fearless. And I want to give them one more bonus. This is for the bonus. You got to remember.
Okay, bonus me.
Bonus is remember.
Yeah.
While you go here being fearless, I want you to just turn around and look back and remember where God has brought you from. because he has brought you from a mighty long ways. You have to look back at the things. You know, you might not have no job today, but you had a job yesterday. You might not have the things that you want today, but you had some things yesterday. You might not have your first husband, but you got your second husband. You know, you got somebody in your life, but you have to remember where you have come from. Because if you are on this broadcast, you have breath in your body, you have a sound mind. I'm talking about a real sound mind. You have to remember where he has brought you from. And he brought you from a mighty long ways. And know that he didn't just bring you just to leave you, that you still got a whole bunch of more things to do. So I want you to just remember. That's one of the 12 irrefutable laws of being fearless. The girl, you better remember. Don't have me to come for you. You better remember from where he brought you from.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So here they are again. We got 4 of them. R is remove the distractions.
That's right.
The second R, reposition. Reposition yourself, your life, the situation. Don't, just because it's that way, don't mean you can't reposition stuff. You can do it. Okay. Remarkable. Understand that you are remarkable no matter what. I don't care if you ain't reached your dream. You're remarkable because you're still here and there's still things to do. But get in there at the trenches, get off the bench and the sidelines and do the work so you can get what you deserve. And remember the good, remember the bad, remember the darn right ugly, because guess what? There is lessons in all of them.
And you still got work to do.
Lessons in all of them. Yes. You still got work to do. Go ahead and tell them how they can find you real quick.
Absolutely. Well, I have a conference coming up. Yes, I have a conference coming up. So if you put your name in Fearless Women Rock Conference for everybody, because I know today's date, if you put your name and your email in there, I will send you the 12 irrefutable laws of being fearless. And that's Fearless Women Rock Conference. Or you could just direct ping me on Facebook and say, Dr. Missy, I would love to have like the 12 laws. And that's Missy Johnson or Break Free Coach. Or you can email me at askdrmissy, ASKDRMISSY @gmail.com. And I want you to remember that you are still here for a reason, that God, he ain't through with you, or whoever you worship, whoever your authority figure is, he ain't done with you because you got some more work to do. And I'm going to come for you if you don't perform it.
She gonna come with for you, and I'm gonna be right behind you. You guys are listening to the Super Bold Monday show, and we're all about unleashing the boldness within with none other than the fearless woman herself. Let's do our fearless pose. Hey, Dr. Missy Johnson, founder of the CTC Personal Development Institute, an organization that cultivates to collaborate with women in corporate America who seek support as they transition from corporate America into their own business. Dr. Missy Johnson, the CEO of Fearless Women Rock, a platform created for women to share their courageous stories. Dr. Missy Johnson, that has been featured on NBC, ABC, Huffington Post, and Marie Claire. Dr. Missy Johnson, who is a John Maxwell certified coach and the recipient of the President's Lifetime Achievement Award signed by Barack Obama. And hey, I ain't got time to go down the list for all the other stuff that Dr. Missy Johnson has achieved. Guys, give her a standing ovation. Eli, she did her pose, her fearless woman pose. Thank you, Eli. She says, say it, say it, say it. Lawana, thank you for all of you ladies. They say yes, yes, yes. Eli says yes, yes, yes. Clara says yes, yes, yes. And Clara says, thank you for sharing this. And she totally resonates with it. Claire also said, remove distractions and reposition yourself in focus. You guys are so amazing. Eli got it. Yeah, it may not be your fault, but it's your problem. And I want to I asked you during lunch, what was some of your challenges that you faced? Because we're going to close off. And Missy has a challenge for you that may help you achieve the challenge that you're facing right now. So hold on. We're going to give that to you in a second. And Clara, thank you for typing it in. Clara says, that her current challenge is to step right up and share my truth and be really courageous with my voice. And yes, I am an introvert by nature too. Yes, yes, yes. Well, Claire, I know you are one of the Super Bowl Monday fans. Keep coming. Check out Missy, Dr. Missy. Follow her. And I don't know if you have a show or not, Clara. If you don't, contact me. Let me help you. Give you a free strategy session. Let's talk about getting your voice out, because the power is in the voice and in your truth. And guess what, guys? Your voice, your truth, your message does matter. People are looking to hear what you have to say, but guess what? They're looking for a person to motivate them and inspire you. But guess what? You're the leader they're looking for, but they don't know where to find you because you're hiding. Yeah. So get out there and do the thing to have the power. Put your fearless woman pose that Dr. Missy shared with us. And yes, yes, yes. Don't skip no steps. Don't skip them steps, okay?
Because they're going to come back and find you. All the steps you skip, they're going to come back for you.
That's right. That's right. Go over to Dr. Missy now. Give them that website because she gave you remove, she gave you reposition, she gave you remarkable, she gave you remember, but you want the rest of those steps. There's 12 of them. Yeah. So thank you, Eli. Yeah. Claire, go ahead and Facebook message me now, Claire, with your phone number, and I'll give you a call and we'll schedule something, please. And anyone else? Okay. So let's wrap this up. I know you got a challenge for them. Anyone else want to put where you're stuck at? Go ahead and put it in. We got time, just a couple minutes. This is a 30-minute show. I knew it wasn't going to be 30 minutes when I knew Dr. Missy was on this. I think the only other one we did like 45 minutes was Sandra Yancey from E-Woman. But, this is my show, and that's why I like my show, and I don't do no jobs. I don't do with the corporate stuff because I like doing my own thing. When I get tired, we stop talking. We got a message out here and we're serious, right? Right. And I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you. This is one of the best interviews I had and I knew it was going to be because you're so real. And so thank you for being the authentic, fearless, brave, courageous, Super Bowl woman that you are.
Thank you.
I love you. And I really appreciate you. And I follow you. I love you. I love seeing your pictures and your posts. You guys make sure you follow. It will inspire you for sure. Before we give her the challenge, Dr. Missy, is there any final message or anything you want to share? And then we'll go ahead and give them the link or the challenge for the day. But let's go ahead. Okay. Anything else you want to share? You got about 1 minute. Go ahead and do that.
I would say find a supportive community. I know that the young lady's talking about being an introvert. Find a supportive community that supports you. That's very important. And that will help you to tell your story, to get out and tell your story. And my big bold challenge for your listeners and your replayers is the 12 play steps. But I just want to focus on one. And that big bold challenge is I want you to find out what's distracting you from being visible, having visibility, credibility, and generating profitability. So what is distracting you from creating visibility, credibility, or profitability? That's your big bold challenge. And you have to write it out because I want you to look at it with the senses of your eyes, because the eyes are the windows to the soul. And when you see that, it's going to help you come real time on what you need to do next.
Right. And I got it on the page now, guys. This is Super Bowl Monday show. Please go ahead. I showed it in there. I shared it on there. So that's on the page that we're on facebook.com/talk show Maven. Join us next week for another Super Bowl challenge, another Super Bowl guest. Eli, thank you. Eli says, I'm getting back on it. Oh, my friends are waiting. Okay, good. You're coming back to the Women Power, Amazing Women Power Network. Great. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to close off by saying this, and I'm going to leave the challenge up there so you guys can know what it is. Let me just make sure I have it me put that back up there because I want you guys, this is your challenge. Every week we give you a Super Bowl challenge. If you missed any of the other shows, please go watch them. And don't just get these, just go ahead and, see them and listen to them. Actually do these challenges. Because remember, we want to make one Super Bowl step at a time. If we do this throughout the year, you're certainly going to achieve your goals for sure. So I want to close off by actually, and just give me a one-liner on these. Okay. We're going to do a lightning round and I'm going to throw some things out to you. And I want you to just give me one-liner on this as strong as you can. Okay. Dr. Missy, face your fear head on. Give us one tip for that.
Do it anyway, even if it scares you.
Do not be afraid of your fears. Stand up for what you believe in, no matter what. Give us one thought on that.
I want you to believe in what you really want to do and take action today to make your belief real time.
Brave it out.
Trust your instinct. You already have the goods. Brave is waiting for you. You're not waiting for it.
See with the eyes of hope and miracles.
Focus on that one thing that you really want to do. Remove all the distractions and just focus on that one thing.
Focus on that one thing.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Missy Johnson. And for me, what I'm going to say to you guys, let me come back on screen, is remember, don't wait to be great. Do it now. Stop trying to dot the I's and cross the T's. Go ahead and do what you're meant to do. Don't waste your space that the good Lord has given you. If you've been wondering when the time to do it, Claire, contact me, Facebook message me, anybody else that wants to get your voice out there on air, get your message out to the right audience and, step into your power, your super boldness. Stop waiting for others to give you permission. Stop dotting the I's and crossing the T's. It's okay if you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle right. Right, Dr. Missy? Just go out there, be raw. Let me tell you, rawness equals fearlessness. You know why? Because you're not stuck in your head about trying to be perfect. You're going out there raw, vulnerable, and people will accept your message more. It's when we try to dot the I's and cross the T's that people don't get it. Because nowadays we're in the best time we've ever been in. Everybody wants realness. Everybody wants rawness. Everybody wants authenticness. And everybody wants you. So don't hold back, man. They're waiting for you. They're looking for you. They just don't know where to find you. Get out there, share your message, and take that challenge. I'm going to show it again. Dr. Missy, thank you. I love you. I love it. There you go. Let's do the Fierce Spears one more time. 1, 2, 3. All right. Bye, Dr. Missy. All right, guys. Listen, we're going to wrap it up. So let me just say this to you. Thank you for joining us, whether you're watching the replay or live. Thank you. Please, this show is over. But guess what? It has a life of its own. It can go nonstop if you take a moment and share the best thing that you got out of that. Just go ahead and share your best thing that you're walking away with today. Share here in the comments. Me and Dr. Missy will go back and we acknowledge you and comment and write notes on it and comment on it. Eli says rawness equals fearlessness. Yes. Love it. And guys, just go ahead, put your message on, keep this thread moving, share it, because that's the way Facebook is now. You got to share it. And by the way, if you're missing my messages, you're going to have to change your thing on Facebook, where I think you got to have us as C first. So put Talk Show Maven as one of your C first, because we're going to give you the goods. We're going to bring you fearless, bold, unstoppable women of power, just like Dr. Missy on all our shows. Every show I have is about positive programming. It's about moving forward, because guess what? We want you to achieve your dreams, and we don't want you to do it not tomorrow, but today. So start taking those Super Bowl challenges, those Super Bowl steps, and join us next week for another super bold guest. I'm Raven Blair Glover, known by many as Raven, the Talk Show Maven. And guess what? I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. I love you. And please, 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 hey, just keep coming back. Keep coming back. We want you to keep coming back, and don't stop, and share us with people, because we love you. And we do this show not for us, but for you. So don't forget to put the one thing that you resonate with. And I'll see you next week for another Super Bowl Monday show. Bye.